Hello and thank you for joining me. I'm Heather Forgan of stampwithnellie.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator based in the UK. And this is the third of my Festive Fridays videos, and we will be making this little lidded box using products from the Winter Meadow suite in the September to December 2023 mini catalogue. So I've used the designer series paper along with the stamp set for my sentiment, and also some of the dies for the decoration in there. So this set of dies coordinates with the stamp set, so there are some that cut round the stamps, but then we've also got these ones that you can use standalone. Okay, so this is actually the project that we did in our in-person classes during September. So we just had the last class and I've got this pack left. Oh, sorry. So I decided that'd be a quick and easy way to do a Festive Friday. So what I will do is link to my blog post, which will also have a link to this PDF that you can download for free to get the project supplies and the products that I've used and the directions as well. Okay, so let's just crack on. I always give instructions, and I tend to do the scoring, cutting and scoring, because we do two projects during the session, and it can take a long time if everybody's having to do all of the steps. So we'll start off with the base, and this is a piece of basic white thick card measuring 5 5/8 of an inch by 5 5/8, and then I've scored that at 1 1/4 inches on all 4 sides. Okay, whilst I've got my bone folder, I'm just going to score this piece of Blueberry Bushel card, and this measures 5 3/16 of an inch, so it's got a tiny margin more, and it's scored at 1 inch on all 4 sides. So as you can see, the lid doesn't come all the way down to the bottom, which just makes it easier to take off and on, and saves you a bit of card as well. So let's start with the base, and the cutting is the same for the base and the lid. So just cut up your score line there, and then take out a little wedge that side and that side. Okay, and then you can just turn it around and do exactly the same on all 4 squares in the corner. Okay, so you've got your squares and then you've got your rectangles. You are leaving your rectangles absolutely as they are, and you're just chopping out little wedges to turn your squares into plant pots, as we like to say in class. Okay. And as I say, I will just do exactly the same with my lid piece. Okay, so again, straight up, chop a little wedge out either side. Okay. So yeah, we had a lovely class a couple of nights ago when this goes out, and everybody made a box and a card, and the card was designed by my friend and Stampin' Up team manager, Valerie, and everybody's is different. It's lovely. So you give them all the same things, but they all do something slightly different, expressing their own creativity, which I absolutely love. Now I've just remembered that I probably should have got myself a new bottle of glue, because this one was playing up when I tried to use it yesterday and forgot. Yeah, doesn't want to play game. Bear with me, I will just grab another one and be back with you in a moment. Lovely brand new clean one. Let's see how we go with that then. Oh, so much better. So I'm making sure that I've got glue covering pretty much most of the tab, but definitely close to that edge there, so that when you fold that round, you've got glue right up to the edge there. I put it on thinly so it's not squeezing out, but we've got a nice neat edge there. You can, if you need to, give it a little press as well. So I'm just going to do the same on these other tabs. I'll just do all the glue together. Like so. Did get a little bit over enthusiastic with my glue on that one. Oops. And that's the benefit of our wet glue, is that you can have a second try until you've given it a press. Once you've done that, game's over. So I like to do these last two, make sure I've got the glue on these last two at the same time, because it just makes life a little bit easier than then going, oh, I need to try and put glue on that. Alright, so let's just give them all quick little press. Can't remember which ones I've done and which I haven't, so we'll give them all it. And then I want to do the same with my lid. Again, adding glue quite close to that edge. Like so. And I'll just do them all. Does mean I have to work a little bit more quickly, but it's just easier. And my top tip: put your base in the middle of your lid, fold it up the edges around about it, and then that way you know it will fit. You won't have to squidge in the sides to get it on. Okay, so take that out. It's a tight fit, and then just press those all down. Okay, and if you feel you need to, you can give it a little bit of a haircut. Okay, so that should now fit beautifully on there. And I mean, it will come off eventually if I sugar hard enough, but it's not falling off without any effort. Okay, so we want to decorate it, and I gave them 2 pieces of white card. Specifically made that one a rectangle rather than a square, so that we knew that that was the bit for stamping. This piece of white card measures 3 inches by 3 inches, and then I've got a piece of the Winter Meadow Designer Series paper that measures 2 7/8 by 2 7/8. So there is a tiny little margin around about on that. So we'll just add that onto there. And then again, give that a little press. And then I've got 4 pieces of white card and 4 pieces of Designer Series paper for the sides. So the card measures She's trying to find her place on her instructions. 4 pieces of white card for the size that measure 3 inches by 7/8 of an inch. Okay, and then the designer series paper measures 2 7/8 of an inch by 3/4 of an inch. And as I said earlier, I'll have a link to my blog post in the description for this video. You will then be able to click on my PDF instructions that I gave to the lovely ladies that joined us in our classes. Okay, so 4 of those. And you could use any of the designer series papers in this pack for this box. I just picked 2 and I just used Blueberry Bushel card for all of them because it just makes my life easier than having to make different colours of lids, etc. And when you're making quite a few packs, it's just easier to do them all the same, or similar at least. It doesn't have to be exactly the same. Right, so I'm going to scooch that around until I'm happy that I've got that in the middle. And then I'm going to pop these on. And this is where some of the ladies decided to use the other side of the papers to make their box a little bit different. And some of them did 2 sides with the same pattern as the top and 2 with the opposite side. And I did give everyone 4 die cuts, 2 white and 2 Blueberry Bushel, and again the arrangements of those and the placing of their sentiment all slightly different. Everybody gets to do their own thing. And there we go. That is our lid. And because the lid isn't as deep as the base, you don't need to put a notch in or anything to make it easier to open. So, next stage was to do our stamping. And we all used the same thing. And I did have the stamp. I'm sure I'd put that stamp on a block. Yes, I have. I've just covered it with my instructions. Right, so all used Blueberry Bushel, a few taps, pop that on there, and then we die cut it with the smallest of the deckled rectangles. And because you've got a wibbly wobbly edge, you don't have to be that precise about whether it is straight or not. But I just want to put a little bit of washi on there, hold it in place, and I'll just bring in my mini. So we had a lady who has never done any die cut or any paper crafting at all at one of her classes, and she was rather impressed with the whole die cutting thing. So easy to do. There we go. Right. Last bit was to arrange our pieces. Now they are a bit long, so what do I do with my snips now? I just chopped bits off. Okay, so we've got one there, and I'm just going to chop that down there. That can go on top, and then we'll have this one at the bottom. Chop a bit of that off, and then this one can go on there. And then we've got a bit of a mess in the middle there, but that's okay because that is going to get covered with that. So to glue these bits, you don't need to glue them all of the bits and bobs. I do, however, suggest using a small glue bottle. Not that much glue, Heather. And just dabbing it on a few bits. The bigger bits are easier to add it to. And then pop that on. Like so. There's no right or wrong to these bits. Your decoration, your decoration, your box. And last one. And there we are, and I just need some dimensionals. There we go. And I will put them at the ends. Might go with giving it a little bit more sturdiness. And then that can go there, and they had a bit of choice of bling. Thanks to Valerie. I'm going to go with one each of these. What are they called? Faceted Gems Trio Pack. And some of the ladies even went a bit further and added some Wink of Stella to the designer series paper or to the berries on their die cuts, etc. For a bit of bling. Again, making it all their own. And because we're good to them, we gave them 8 of these Christmassy scented tea lights to pop in their boxes. And that was it. Nice, lovely little festive gift that would be great for friends, family, neighbours, teachers, you name it. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, please do give me a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, I'd love you to click on that subscribe button, click the bell and get notifications the next time I upload a tutorial. And I do hope you'll join me for my next Festive Friday project. See you soon. Bye.